Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is our second information session on the upcoming Heal Your Habits project. Now, you're probably going to hear me or catch me calling it a challenge from time to time. And I'm trying so hard to kick that to the curb because time and time again, myself and probably you have joined challenges. And challenges are these things where if you're not crushing it, you might as well quit. If you're not going to finish strong, why keep going? All these things. And so I'm calling this a project or a program because it's something we're a part of. It's something we're working on, putting effort to. And there's this beautiful end goal that you've built. It's not this win or lose, success or fail. You are building something. I'm getting so excited talking about it. It's kind of making me emotional. But this is our second info session. In the last info session, and I'll link it in the description, I really talked about like, what is the challenge? Well, I did it. What is the project? And I'm going to go over this pretty quickly. If you want to jump into the old video, please do. But really, what we are looking at is I've coached hundreds and hundreds of people. I love coaching women and moms specifically, but I've found success coaching everybody. And the one thing that everybody struggles with, I'm going to give you a second to think about it. It's consistency. Now, here's the thing. It's not actually consistency that we struggle with because I consistently quit on my plan. I consistently hit snooze. I don't, but I consistently forget to drink my water. So it's not consistency that we struggle with. It's having consistency and discipline with the right things and the things that are going to get us towards our goals. Now, in the one-on-one call that you're going to be able to have with me, we're going to find your goal or multiple, and we reverse engineer. Okay, here's where I want to be. What steps do I need to take to get there? But I could lay that plan out for you. But if you don't have the discipline to stick to it, it's not going to happen. I have a lot of people are like, just like write me a program, write me a game plan. And I say, okay, I want you to go on a 1 mile walk every day this week and come back. And they can't do it. So what makes them think that they're going to stick to a complicated, complex plan that I'm going to take the time to write for them and hold them accountable to if they can't do that? So here's what we're going to do. Can you believe I just finished a yoga class? Why am I so fired up? We are going to focus on 3 tasks for the next 2 months. We are going to drink 100 ounces of water a day. We are going to hit our personal protein goal, which I'm going to assign to you. And we are going to take a 1 mile walk. Now, in this call, I'm going to go over best practices for conquering those things and making those things happen. And I'm also going to be diving in a little bit on the resources that I have provided to you if you're already signed up or if you're planning on signing up. As a reminder, you can be a part of this challenge. You can be a part of this program and just go at your own pace, check the boxes, do the things. But if you want the one-on-one call from me, the workout program, the meal guides, the weekly nutrition workshops, a lot more accountability. We're going to have a little group chat going on, all these things. I really encourage you to jump into the $100 buy-in. You get so much for it. Like a one-on-one call with me is $100. You guys, look at how much you get. And it's because this is about you. This is not about me. This is about you. And I'm doing this with you. Who's to say I'm the most disciplined person? I'm not. So, first things first, when it comes to these 3 tasks, as a reminder, these 3 tasks are going to get you results. They honest to goodness are. But at the end of the day, it's not about the specific tasks. It's about doing what you said you were going to do. So we'll run into that when I go into each one. So let's talk about drinking our water. Drinking your water is easy to do and it's easy not to do. And we know it's good for us. We know that. But there's so many benefits to water that it's kind of watered down. So we don't do it. What kind of person, parent, friend, employee, boss, leader, entrepreneur are you to choose to not do something that's easy to do and good for you? So this is where we build discipline, and this is where you see it last and go into other places of your life. Like if you're the kind of person where you see a dust bunny on the ground in your house and you're walking and you're looking at it, no, I'll get it later. No, you're gonna pick it up. This is the kind of person you're gonna become. And yeah, it's just from drinking your water. So it's 100 ounces of water. The water in your protein shake doesn't count. The water in your pre-workout doesn't count. This is plain old water. Now you can add like lemon and fruits to it if you want. And I highly recommend adding sea salt to your first glass of water for the electrolyte piece. Now, if you're someone who's like, Jess, I drink a gallon of water a day, like with my eyes closed, no problem. That's fine. But do you do it every single day? Are there some days where maybe you have a little bit less? We're going to fight that. We're going to hit the mark every day. So for the people where it's easy, I want you to take on the extra task of having electrolytes in your water every morning. And all that would be pink Himalayan salt or sea salt. That's what's going to actually hydrate you. You'll just put enough in to just, you barely taste it, just a couple shakes. So what I do for my best practices is I fill up 3 of these. I literally have all 3 right here. Hang on. And they're all the same. I fill these up. And if you don't have 3, just fill up as many as you have. But if you're friends with me, you're probably similar to me in some ways, and you have a bunch of Stanleys that our husbands hate. So you fill these 3 up the night before, because a lot of times you do not, yeah, Nicole knows, you do not want to sit there and fill this thing up. I made a reel about this. It feels like an eternity. So fill them up. And then what I do is I have a glass, like an actual glass, and I have my sea salt in it the night before. So when I wake up in the morning, I go downstairs, I unscrew this, and I dump a glass and I chug it. Now I have this huge chunk taken out of my first one. And this is how I've found people succeed, because sipping on this all day, like when you take a sip, it's like nothing, you guys. And so I recommend having like a nice cute mason jar or a glass, something you can see through, because there is a lot of like mind work behind the sun going through the water and cleansing it. And I'm a hippie too. So pour yourself a glass, chug the glass throughout the day, and you're going to see yourself make the progress. It's kind of like when you're reading a book, like an actual book, instead of a digital book, you see yourself making that progress, and it's really motivating. So that's my top recommendation for the water. Now, what are some potential like roadblocks we're going to run into? One, you might start having to pee all the time. Okay. Your bladder will expand. I promise. I've been through this. I did this while pregnant once. Your bladder will expand. And also, it's just a part of it. It's like when you work out, you have sore muscles. Are you not going to work out because you don't want sore muscles? Some people don't, but it's just a part of it. Just know your bladder is going to expand. Now, the second, and if you're someone who's like a teacher and you're stuck and you can't go to the bathroom all day, that's what we'll cover in our one-on-one call and best how to strategize that. I have answers. There are no new problems in society. Okay. There's no new problems. I've been doing this. How old am I? I've been doing this for 15 years. I've heard it. I can help you. I have a solution. I've probably been through it myself. So next thing that could potentially happen is it's 5 p.m. and you've only had one of these. Okay. You made a promise to yourself. Again, it's easy to do. Stay up a little later, drink your damn water, and know that the next day you're not going to make that mistake twice. Failure is feedback. Failure doesn't mean quitting. It just means being humble enough to be like, I messed up yesterday. How can I not mess up tomorrow? And if you don't know how to not get past that obstacle you ran into, because maybe it was something out of your hands that you don't know how to do, right? If we'll talk about this with protein, you're going out to eat, there were no protein options. Okay, that's out of your control. But what can we do tomorrow? My big rule of thumb with this, you guys, because we're not going to be perfect, and we're going to see that in our accountability group chat. We're going to be checking in every night. Did you do it? Did you not? We're not going to be perfect. Some of you might be, and I'll give you a little reward for that at the end. But, oh gosh, I forgot where I was going with this because I got really vulnerable. I'm not going to be perfect. Oh, my rule. Don't miss twice. Don't miss twice. If you skipped the gym yesterday, don't skip tomorrow. If you didn't hit your protein today, don't miss it tomorrow. So on and so forth. So that's water. Next topic we're going to go over is hitting your protein goal. Now, hitting your protein goal does mean that you are tracking your nutrition. So you're going to be doing this in the 1st Phorm app with me as your advisor. This is the most user-friendly macro tracking app. You're going to get customized calories and macro goals in the app. I'm going to look at those and make sure that those are appropriate for you. I'll adjust them as I see fit or as you communicate with me. What's great is that in the app, you're going to submit weekly check-ins to me where I'm going to hear about your mood and your energy and your hunger and your sleep. And this is where I can make shifts and changes in your goals. Now, ideally, yes, I want you to hit your calorie goal. I do. And that's where in the nutrition workshops, one-on-one calls, in the Facebook group, in the daily announcements in the app, all these other places, I will teach you how to do that. But I don't want you to quit because you're struggling to hit your calorie goal. So we're simplifying it, and I'm really just giving you that protein focus for the first 2 months of the year. And I promise you that when you hit your protein goal for 2 months, you're going to be like, Jess, I'm ready. I'm ready to hit my calorie goal. And you're going to have so much confidence and skill and knowledge, and you'll have ran into obstacles that normally would have made you quit, but you got through them with me. So keep that in mind. If you want to do calories and protein the whole 2 months, let's do it. But don't expect yourself to be perfect if you're brand new to tracking. So in hitting our protein goal, the one huge thing that you really want to do is get out in front of it early. Because you don't want to get to the end of your day and be like, how am I supposed to eat 70 grams of protein and it's 6 p.m.? Now I could make that happen for you. I could teach you that. And I will probably for some of you. But how do you do it? You get out in front of it early. And so let's just say, so your protein goal is going to be 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight. So what I want you to do right now, whether you're watching live or watching the recording, is what is your goal body weight? Okay, so for me, I'm 5'6". My goal body weight is 130. I'm almost there, you guys. So I'm going to eat 130 grams of protein a day. Now, the reason that number is because if we are eating less than that and we are in a calorie deficit, our body is going to choose to get rid of muscle. Our metabolism is going to slow down. Our physique is not going to look the way we want it to. Our immune system is going to go down. It's all bad news. More protein than your 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight is fine. But here's the thing. Protein helps maintain your muscle. There's a lot of benefits to it, but your body only needs so much of it. And if we take away your carb and fat allowance just so you can have more protein than you need, well, then you're going to be hungry and cranky, and you're not going to sleep well. You're not going to have energy. All the things that carbs and fats do for you. And I'm going to teach you this in the first 2 weeks in depth and in our one-on-one call. We're going to take that away just so we could have more protein. And I'm promising you that 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight is enough. So take that number. Take that number. And now I want you to ask yourself, how many meals a day do you eat? So for me, I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 1 snack. So I have 4 meals a day. And yes, a snack is a full-on meal. So 130 divided by 4 is like 32-ish. I was pretty close. 32. So that means that my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my snack all have to have 32 grams of protein for me to hit my goal. I don't know when the last time you had a snack that had 32 grams of protein in it was, and I can come up with a few right now. But every day, day in and day out, could you do that? Maybe. So getting out in front of it early is going to be really helpful. Front loading as much protein as you can in the morning. So maybe my morning has 50 or 60 grams of protein. And that way I don't have to force all this protein into the rest of my day. But I did this in the morning announcement in the 1st Phorm app this morning, but I'm going to kind of give you the framework of how to hit your protein undoubtedly each day. And it's by deciding how you're going to get your protein. You don't have to decide exactly what you're going to eat, but you're going to decide how you're going to hit your protein every day. So for me, what's a no-brainer is I have meat at lunch and meat at dinner. And when I eat meat, I'm going to have about 4 to 5 ounces of meat every time I have it, because that's going to give me a good enough amount of protein where I'm not going to have to find it in other places, those little 10 grams here and there. So 4 to 5 ounces of protein is about 25 to 30 grams. So let's just say we have the 30 grams of protein. So that's 60. Okay. I'm also going to have a protein bar. I have a protein bar that I love. I'm going to have it every day. So there's another 20 grams. So now I'm at 80. I'm going to have 20 grams at breakfast. Now, I don't do dairy and I don't do eggs, but for you, you could say, I'm going to have 1 egg and 5 tablespoons of egg whites, and a little cup of Greek yogurt. Okay, we can piece that together. I'm going to have protein pancakes. So let's just say that's 20. So now we're at 100. Okay, I've had my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So I can be like, well, I could have edamame, I could have quinoa, peanut butter has a little protein, but now I'm reaching. I'm free balling it. You're gonna miss a few times, and we don't want to do that. So decide on your for sure. So for me, for sure, I'm gonna have meat at lunch and dinner. My breakfast is a little iffy, you guys. That's just me. So how am I gonna make up for it? That's where supplementation comes in. Using protein supplements as a supplement for what you're missing in your whole foods, just so you can have the certainty that you're going to hit it no matter what is really important. Now, if you get to the end of your day tomorrow and you're 20 grams short, you only need 1 shake. If you get to the end of your day and you're 40 grams short, it happens. It happens. So have that on deck and prepared for you. So I use level 1 protein and collagen. And what this does for me is when I put collagen with my level 1, now it's 35 grams. So now I'm getting 70 grams because I have 2 a day instead of just 40 from my 2 a day. So now I have my 60 from my meat at lunch, meat at dinner, my bar, and then I have my 70 from my shakes. I only need 10 grams now. I can get that at breakfast. I know I can. And I'll decide how. Now, notice I can have a different protein bar every day. I can have a different meat at lunch and dinner each time. I can have a different flavor of protein powder if I get more than one. So you're going to have variety. You're not going to get bored. You don't have to reinvent the wheel on what you're eating, but you just have to decide, how am I going to get my protein? So I want you guys to do the math on how much each meal needs to be. And then I want you to see realistically how much you can get from whole food every day sustainably. And then you'll see how many shakes a day you're going to need. So I'm going to put the link to level 1 and collagen in the description of the recording. And I use these because they are low temperature processed. You will never, ever be bloated from these proteins. You will never feel uncomfortable. You will never feel gross. It's just, and I just put it in like this much water and slam it down. I'm not making a shake, you guys. I'm not making a smoothie. I'm just getting my protein in. Okay? So that is protein. I will give you all the tools, all the ways to do it, but something I do want to tell you, and I know most of you know this, is when you are tracking, the number one way that you can be sure that you're going to hit your goals that day is by pre-tracking, okay? Elizabeth, iPhone, if you pre-track, I know you do. Nicole's going to learn how. We're all going to learn how. Pre-tracking. I'm going to go into tomorrow's food log and say, what's in my kitchen? What's my day look like? Okay, I'm going to eat this. Oh, I probably won't have time for lunch. Okay, so I'm going to have these snacks. Decide what you're going to eat and then do what you said you were going to do. But Jess, I got a sugar craving last night. Okay, well, can you be disciplined and say no to that craving? Or can you say, my goal was to hit my protein for 2 months. I did that. I'm not failing if I give into this. Or say, why did I have the sugar craving? Did I get enough fiber, protein, water? Could I have had some fruit instead? There's a lot we can go through, a lot of mindset work, and I'll do this with you in our one-on-one call and our weekly check-ins. That's protein. Moving on. I don't think I need this energy drink, you guys. Next up, take a 1-mile walk. Okay. People who exercise 7 days a week but do not get their steps in will struggle a lot more to lose weight than someone who gets their steps in every day and does not exercise. I'm going to say that again, like those speakers who are trying to make a point. The person who exercises every single day but doesn't get their movement in is going to have a lot harder time getting the weight off, getting the physique they want, feeling their best than the person who gets those 10,000 steps a day and doesn't exercise at all. I've had women lose 60, 70 pounds and they didn't exercise. Oh, can you whisper on Zoom? They did not exercise. Okay. I want you to exercise. That's why I wrote a workout program for you. First Form app has workout programs too. So I'm going to take care of you in the exercise side of things. But again, are you going to stick to an 8-week workout program? Are you going to be consistent at the gym if you don't have the discipline to even spend 20 minutes walking a day? This is what we're focusing on. So while the walk is going to be very helpful in giving you an extra about 2,000 steps into your day, because a normal height person, Nicole, I think you're a little shorty. I don't remember. A normal height person, a 1 mile walk, a 10-minute walk. Oh, you're all right, Nicole. A 1 mile walk is about 1,000 steps. 10-minute walk. What is it? Okay, a 10-minute walk is about 1,000 steps. So a 1 mile walk at a decent pace. Now, a decent pace for a 1 mile walk is about 20 minutes or less. If you're walking your dog or you have your kids, it might be like 21 to 22. But 20 minutes, you're like, I'm good. Because you want to be walking fast enough that your body's feeling something. So you're getting about an extra 2,000 steps a day. And so that's going to help you get to that 10,000. It's going to support you. Now, if you're like, Jess, I do a 45-minute walk every day. Okay, but do you do it every day? So what I want you to do is, if this feels easy for you, I want you to, 1, prove it. And 2, you can take that to the next level. So just like if water is easy for you, you're going to add electrolytes in the morning. If protein's easy for you, you're going to make it protein and calories. And if the walk is easy for you, you're going to make it 45 minutes. Now, this can be on a treadmill. This could honestly be on a Peloton, but I'd rather you do the 20 minutes that a mile walk would take you than the 1 mile on the bike. And this can be outside. Now, if you don't have a gym membership, you don't have a treadmill, you don't have a Peloton, and you live in a place where it is raining, it is raining. I have a lot of people up in Seattle. I have someone out in Alabama. It's snowing. Here's the thing. Don't be dumb. I don't have lawyers telling me to say that, but like, don't be dumb. Take care of yourself. So don't go out in a snowstorm. But it's just rain. And we are here not because the walk is going to make us lose weight, but because we are committed to doing something simple. And yeah, the weather's not going to make it simple. If you've had the craziest day of your life and it's 11 p.m. and you haven't done your walk yet, that's not simple, but that's up here. That's all up here. It's going to be really hard to do hard things in life that you promise to your kids, you promise to your partner, promise to your employees. If you can't get out and walk for 20 minutes just because it's cold or wet or raining. And it's only 2 months. You can do this. And the person you're going to be is going to be so proud that you showed up, because when you're walking at 4 a.m. with a headlamp on and nobody else is out there, you're going to be like, I'm pretty awesome. No one else is doing this. So show up for yourself and get it done. And remember, when you don't feel like doing it, it's not just about the weight loss. It's not just about health. It's about building confidence and being a reliable and accountable person to yourself and to others. And you're going to start seeing yourself acting different and talking different to people and doing things differently and having higher standards of the people you spend your time with. Do they do what they said they were going to do? Just watch. I've seen it happen. So those are the tasks and how to level them up, and some mindset work on what to do when you're feeling like you're getting in a rut or excuses are starting to show up. Also, if you're making excuses for yourself, text me. I'll get you out of it. So next, let's go into some of the resources I provided to you. So the meal guide. Now, I'm not going to pull it up on my shared screen because some people are watching this who aren't signed up, and I really do want to reserve that resource for the people who did buy in. But the meal guide is going to give you 3 different breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack options to rotate through. Now, you don't have to eat these, but these are meal ideas that I've come up with that I'm loving. And what you'll find is, no, you guys, I'm sorry, it's not specific measurements and exactly how to make it and this long drawn out recipe, because I want to prove to you that it really is that simple. And I know we get really excited about big recipes and trying new things, but again, how long do you really stick to that? How many recipes did you cook out of that $40 cookbook you bought? I want to give you 3 simple ideas for every meal. And 4 weeks in, you're going to get another round of that. So you can take some, keep some, switch them out. So there are not specific measurements on this, and it's because everyone who's participating has different goals. And so my best kind of advice for you is pre-track your day. Say what you're going to have for breakfast, put it in. So let's just say you picked one thing off of each section, and you're like, "Ooh, I put everything in, but I didn't hit my protein." Okay, well, we'll find what has protein in it and just have more of it. Or, oh, I went over on my carbs. Okay, that rice I told you to eat, cut it in half. So you will either change the portion of it by a little bit or omit certain things. And in there, I put for extra calories, do this, for less calories, do this. But that's the idea. And again, you can always message me when you get stuck. But what I would do is find the portions that feel right for you and save that meal as a recipe. Because then what you can do is just type in breakfast tacos. That's not on there, but say breakfast tacos, it's already tracked. Because what you might do is have one breakfast option for 2 days and then have the next one for 2 days, the next one for 2 days, and then go back to the top. So you're going to have variety, but you're not reinventing the wheel on everything. Okay. So reach out to me if you need swaps. If you're like, Jess, I don't eat meat. Okay. I'll teach you how to shift them. Or if you just like need help, I've got your back. So that's the meal guide. Next up is going to be the workout plan. So the workout plan is for an intermediate gym goer. If you opened that workout plan and you were like, so my mom called me. She's like, me and my mom are like sisters. She's like, I don't know any of these moves. Okay, Google it. I bet you do. I bet you do. And what I'm also going to do is make a short video for each workout day and kind of just give you guys a little like charades version of what each of those moves are, and how to perform them properly. I probably won't do them like in the gym because I'm not that confident in the gym yet to have like my mic on and my camera, but I'll be in here showing you guys how to do those moves, what they are, what they mean, so that you feel confident doing it. And here's the thing. If you run into a movement that you don't know how to do, the only way you're ever going to know how to do it is by learning. So be humble. Humble yourself to the discomfort of being vulnerable and not knowing at all. But I promise you that these movements are amazing for your body, for results. You're going to feel so good at the end of it. And if you really, truly don't like a move, it doesn't feel good, it hurts, I will give you a swap. You can do a lot of these. Here's the thing. If I'm telling you to do the chest press machine and you don't have access to a machine, well, guess what? You can grab some dumbbells, lay on the floor and do the chest press with your dumbbells. You could do push-ups if you don't even have dumbbells. So we're just working that muscle group. So I'll have swaps for you, have different ideas for you. That's going to come up in our one-on-one call. We can fly through that and see what's going to work or not work for you. If you are a member at F45 and you're not going to use that program, I would say keep that for when you go out of town and use the hotel gym. Or if you are feeling stagnant and you want to do a day pass at a normal gym. So that's that. Now, what we are all also going to be doing is I'll be recording Monday through Friday, 10-minute ab workouts. So it's going to be right here. My mat's right there. My daughter likes to put me to bed there. She's like, lay down, go to sleep. I'm like, that's not what this is for. Just kidding. She likes to do burpees there too. But we'll be doing ab workouts together there. So, okay, I'm running out of time, you guys. So we'll be doing ab workouts. They'll be on YouTube. I'll send them out via email. and posted in the Facebook group as well. So that's what we got going on there. Otherwise, if you haven't already, please sign up for the First Form app, add me as your advisor with my email, and message me in the app. Message me in there so I know you're in there so I can make sure that your settings are correct. In the app, the two main things you need to do to stay connected to me is watch the daily announcements and submit weekly assessments. That's going to be very important for us to stay connected in that manner. Now, I'm going to get into how to get your First Form app subscription paid for by me for the length of the program. All you'll need to do is bring 5 people in to the Heal Your Habits project at this buy-in level. Now, I'm going to allow people to join as late as Monday night. So get out right now, share the initial info video with people, bring them into the Facebook group, send them my Instagram, whatever you need to do. I know that you know 5 people who want to change their life. And something I will say is one of the most motivating ways for me to get results is by helping other people get results. When I'm holding someone accountable to their game plan, it's vice versa. So when you're sending nightly check-ins to the group text, don't worry, I will be too. And I'll give you guys more information on that once we have our group locked in. So I will Venmo you the $60. That is the 2 months of the app. If you can bring 5 people in to the Heal Your Habits project, which cutoff time for that is Monday night. Okay. Those watching live, if you have questions, drop them in the chat because we are going to wrap this up. I am so excited to do this with you all, and I know you're going to get incredible results, but it's going to be mental too. Your lifestyle, how you choose to live, how you decide to do things. And we're going to take things to the next level all the time. But I just want you to focus on these 3 things and conquer them and honor them. When you're on your walk, take a pic, tag me on Instagram. It's going to be amazing. Oh, Nadia, I'm so excited. Okay, everybody, that's a wrap. I'm going to get this posted up so other people can watch it. Thanks for joining me live. I love you. I care about you. Let's heal our habits. And I know it sounds cliche, becoming the best version of yourself, but own it, honor it. Look at who you've been, look at who you could be, and let's go get that person. All right, catch you later. Bye.